everyone, welcome to day 12 of the February reset. Today is a stress reliever and kind of stretch slash flow that's focused on like anxiety and stress relieving. We'll get straight into it and we'll go into a child's pose. So we'll bring our toes together and our knees apart. We'll stretch our arms forwards. And while we're here, we'll just take some deep breaths into the tummy. Just inhaling and exhaling and trying to center ourselves. And while you're here, you're more than welcome to bring your hands together and stretch them, like we did in the previous video, stretch them behind our head for a nice shoulder stretch. Just sinking down into this child's pose. And while we're here as well, we're just going to set the intention for the practice today, and that is to be kind to ourselves. And from here we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left, reaching the right shoulder and ear to the mat. So we've got a nice thread the needle variation here. We're just opening up the shoulders here. And keep breathing. Release any tension that you have in your jaw. And we'll come back to our full child's pose. Stretch out again. And then we're going to thread the left arm underneath the right, reaching the left shoulder and ear towards the mat. Keep taking deep breaths. And again, we're opening up the left shoulder. And we'll come back to centre, stretch down one more time into our child's pose. And we'll just start walking up. So we're sitting on our heels and our knees are together. We're going to come to a hero's pose from here. So we're going to either sit in between our heels or we're going to sit on our heels, depending on how we prefer to do it. And if you have a block, you can sit on your heels with the block in between our feet. So from here, we're going to grab onto our calves and walk them out. And then we're going to place our bottom in between our feet. And if this is too much a stretch for your knees and your legs here, and it's straining on your knees, then do sit up onto your heels or again have a block underneath your hips. From here, we're just going to sit in hero pose. You might want to lean back slightly, just opening your heart up. And in these poses today, you feel like you want to, just try and keep your eyes closed as much as possible, just to really feel into your body. Wherever you are, breathe in, and on each inhale, acknowledge the tension you feel, and on each exhale, try and let a bit of tension go. And wherever you are, we'll come back out of this pose. I'm going to come up and we're going to sit round onto our bottoms. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to open up the soles of our feet like they're a book. Perhaps try and have your feet as close into your body as you can. So we'll open them up like they're a book. Lift your chest, and we're going to fold over, reaching our chest towards the feet and pointing our nose just in front of our toes and our feet. Each inhale will lengthen the spine, and each exhale will draw down a bit further. Try not to round in this butterfly fold. And the next inhale will roll back up out of that. We're going to come to some twists, so I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to wrap the left leg around our bottom and bring the right foot outside of the left knee. We're going to inhale the left arm up and tuck the elbow outside of the knee and the right hand behind us. So inhale to lengthen the spine, and we exhale to fold, to turn and twist, looking towards your right shoulder. Now if this is enough for you, you can stay here, inhaling, exhaling to twist a bit further. But if you feel like you want to take the bind, you reach your left hand through your leg, the gap here, and you reach your right hand around the back of your body and you meet the hands together. So you inhale to lengthen and exhale to look towards your right shoulder. And we'll exhale to release. And we'll swap over the legs. So your right leg will come round your bottom. Make sure both seat bones are on the mat. And then your left leg will come outside of the knee. We'll inhale the right arm up, tuck the elbow outside the knee, and then the left hand is behind your body. We'll inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Look towards your left shoulder. And again, you can stay here if this twist is enough for you today, or if you feel like taking the bind, then reach your right hand through your leg. So I think that's your right leg, or your left leg, sorry. Then you want to reach your left arm around your body and meet the hands together. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist, look towards your left shoulder. And then exhale to release. And then from here we're going to come to a downward facing dog. So we'll push back again, hands the mat distance and feet the distance of the mat at the distance of your hips. Bend the knees and tilt your tailbone up. Inhale here. And exhale. And we'll inhale the right leg up. Exhale, come through, plant the leg, so the right knee up behind the right wrist, and we reach the left leg behind us so it's straight. The aim is to try and get, we're in our pigeon pose, the aim is to try and get that right shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. We want to be opening up the hip here. And we want to try and push our hips so they're square against the mat. And if you do use blocks or using props today, and your right hip is up off the mat, then slot a block underneath that hip just to keep it stable. So we breathe here. We'll inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold over the leg. This is a really good pose to do for stress relieving or anxiety, because the hips is often where we hold a lot of emotion. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog. So we'll tuck the left toes and we'll lift up into our downward facing dog. We'll just walk out the dog here, just feeling the difference in the hip. So the right hip should feel really open. And then we'll inhale up the left leg. Exhale, come through, left knee comes behind the left wrist and right leg straight behind. We're trying to get that left shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. And again, we're squaring our hips to the mat. And keep breathing here. We'll inhale to lengthen, and we'll exhale to fold over that leg. You might want to reach your hands forwards for sleeping pigeon, or you might want to create a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Wherever you are, make sure you have no tension in your shoulders or your jaw. And you're breathing into the tension you feel, and each exhale you let go of a little more tension you feel in that hip. And then we'll start to walk back up. We'll come straight round instead of back to downward facing dog. We'll keep our knees bent here, and we're just going to roll down our spine so we're lying on our backs. You may want to hold behind your knees, or you may want to have your hands right in front of you. And we'll come to lying on our backs. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. So we're going to come to our reclined butterfly. So the feet are in close to our body and our knees are flopped out to the side. You can have your hands out beside you, or you might want to bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your tummy. Close your eyes here. Try not to have too much of a curve in your back, but try and keep your back flat to the mat. Or as flat as you can get it. You will have a slight curve. We'll inhale to lift up the knees together. You might want to use your hands to support the legs. And then we'll stretch out to our Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana today. I will invite you to roll to whatever side you feel most comfortable rolling to. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. We'll close our eyes. Bring our hands to heart center. We'll come back to the intention of being kind to ourselves. And bow our forehead to our hands. Namaste. So that was your lovely stress relieving kind of body stretch. And tomorrow is day 13, and that will be a nice full body stretch. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. I'll see you tomorrow, and please do make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying the channel, and make sure you give me a thumbs up if there are any videos you particularly like. Thank you.